Nord, what's up, dude? Let's get these patch notes up here. Oh, I'm so sad. Alright, let's take the items found off for a second. Knock, we'll get into it, but I think there's some unintended consequences to this that's actually... Hold on, let me check. Well, it's not even that. I think there's some bad stuff that's coming from this that might actually not be as good as people even think. Even if you like these changes, I don't think they're as good as you might think. Is this still echoing? Make sure it didn't turn my let's see, sound settings. Let's make sure it didn't turn the microphone. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it doesn't have... Hold on. There was a thing where the mic from the... Oh, okay. Okay, we're good. What's up, Tomac? Yeah, yeah, I'll get into it nocturnal, but I was thinking about this, and I think we're going to see some probably some side effects to this. Probably, yeah. There's just all kind of stuff that's going to come from this. Maybe people will like it, maybe people won't, but we'll see. I don't know if you guys were on Tuesday, and I unintendedly forecasted this, and what's up, Tommy? Thursday or Tuesday, we were talking about potential PTR stuff. I said that they were either going to do what everybody was asking for, which was the currency tab or stackables, or they were going to go some random direction that nobody even thought about, and it was going to be totally underwhelming. And, well, guess which way they went? What's up, JD? Because I'm going to also get into this from the programming side of things a little bit. We're going to talk about it. And how shortcutted they did this. Not. Stop, man, you're giving it all away. No, I'm just kidding. I know everybody's been through this already. I actually was checking out some of the other streamers that were looking at it, and here's the thing. Llama was trying to put a positive on it. He actually, Pez Radar was in his chat, so I don't think he wanted to shit on it as maybe much as he wanted to. But I checked out a few other guys, and there was not very many happy people. Let me put it that way. Llama tried to spin it positive. It's got to be honest, it's a hard spin. Oops. But I think I saw Phil popped on for a little bit, so I cut over to his stream. He didn't like it. Phil didn't like it. Phil didn't care for it. Um, who was the other guy? Like Z something. He was cussing it pretty much. I checked out a few guys. They just Llama was the only one trying to put a positive on this thing. Um, and I think it's just be able to keep communication up with because with Pez Radar is like the community manager that puts out the announcements, and he was in Llama's chat, so I think he just likes to keep that open communication. But I mean, I, this went so a different direction that I was not expecting. So it was that whole they're going to take it a random direction that nobody even had on their radar. I mean, kind of. I know a couple of guys were talking about making the grind in 99 a little easier. But that was like, if you looked at the list of changes people wanted, that would probably fall like 10 or 12 on what we were looking for. The grind in 99, nobody really cares that much for it. I mean, you might want to do it one time just to say you did it, but it's not like people jump on ladder. Probably 98% of the community don't care whether you get to 99, whether they get to 99 or not. They just don't care. Yeah, Tommy, it's actually a thing, dude. We'll touch base on it. We'll just breeze through this real quick for those that haven't seen it, but I think most people have seen it at this point. This whole terror zone thing. Somebody said something about it. I don't know if it's actually confirmed. Maybe somebody has actually said it, because it's going to pick every hour. They're going to pick a zone that's going to be a higher level, basically. So it's based off of these. It's in each difficulty. So if you're, say, level 90 in hell, the terror zones will be, all the mobs will be 92. All the champ packs will be 94. All the uniques, which would be the bosses, I guess super uniques, would be 5 levels. Here's a problem with this. Yeah, I'm hoping not that they're gonna put some more on into this. I feel like not. I think this is all we're gonna get. What's up, Liam? So here's the thing. Once you get in the TC, from what I hear, the TC, the treasure class scales with the monster levels. So if you're level 90 farming cows will now drop every item in the game. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Liam. I think he talked about like the 99 grind and wanting some more changes to it. But I think for most people, this falls well below 10th on the list of things they wanted to see. So, what's up, Aaron? See, I don't know. I think we might be seeing. It won't even be bots. I think we're going to see a flood on items now. That Vine, what's up, dude? I think this is going to be the unintended consequence. And, you know, some people like it, some won't. There's going to be a flood on items. So now, once you hit, you know, X level, like if you farm cows, every item in the game should drop. Fifth? It's not. I've done it though. I've done the 99 thing, so I don't really care about grinding in 99. If the bigger effect I think is just farming areas now with these terror zones. It shifts every hour, so once an hour it'll shift. And from what some people are saying, like, you know, every hour it changes, and there's a list here of the places it'll change. So like cows is part of it. And it'll shift every hour to a new zone. So it could be in any of the acts too. So, I mean, the chance of it hitting here's what is going to be a big deal. When it hits cows, People are going to be all over that because you can farm cows if you're a certain level and get every item in the game. So yeah, yeah, Wolfie. That's what I'm saying. It's going to flood the market, I think. With people, the rarity of items is going to significantly drop. Yeah, yeah, it'll change every hour, and people will probably be keeping an eye out on. I don't know if it's regional though. It had to be regional. Um, it could be global. It could be a global thing. I feel like it might be relegated to regional. People people will min max this to find when it hits the best zones and just farm the crap out of it. And if it's regional, you could check the different regions each time to see where the terror zone is. So I feel people are going to really min max this. Aaron, there's no official on that as far as whether it's that. I think Pez in Llama's chat said that the TC changes with the levels, so I think it's not just XP. Yeah, Liam, I think that part's randomized. I'm pretty sure what the next tear zone is going to be is randomized. Tell me. um, Let me get into this a little bit from the programming side and why I think this is kind of a cop out. Um, you can literally, this terror zone thing, the way they got this set up, you can build this in probably, I mean, as one person, you could build this in a couple days. Oh, I'm sure, Vine. The guys that worry about or that are into that 99 grind, this is a big deal for sure. But you can. This was the easy route for a change. This is a seriously easy route for making a change for PTR. Because building like a stash or a currency tab or even stacking items, that's a little more intensive than people realize. This, though it looks like a lot more, is extremely easy to code. This is so easy to code. This would literally take one person a couple days to build. Seriously. And I think that's why they went this direction. And I get that it fills kind of a void for some people that are worried about the 99 grind, but you could do this pretty easy. Yeah, nocturnal. I mean, because here you got to look at it this way. A lot of these values for monster levels, for particular zones, and that sort of thing, is all just stored in the database. They're just database values. So you can you can, you can actually make these changes. The biggest changes would actually be setting up where the monster names change, but even that's like pretty easy to do. Adding some audio cue, that's pretty easy to do. Some text on the map. This is actually not that hard to to uh, to program. Anybody with any kind of experience is, not like a brand new person, but somebody that's been programming for or in the industry for a couple years, they could build this out in probably 2-3 days. So they went kind of that kind of tells you what kind of resources they actually have. Um, in the D2R community or development team at this point. There's probably 2-3 guys because this list of bug fixes. They've been working on this the entire time ladder's been up. All these little fixes here, this is stuff that they've been working on the entire ladder time. So what, 3-4 months now? So building up this list of bug fixes, I mean, they've been working on it for months. And a lot of these things, I never even noticed. Some of these, maybe I've ran into, but most of these I've never even noticed. Yeah, Liam, that's the biggest thing. But I mean, and here's the thing people already made mention of. Here's their gender pronoun string change that some people had already referenced in chat. So, for the 0.1% of the Diablo community that this was a thing, they made this change. Metal grid change? I didn't see that. Where are you looking at that? Metal grid. Okay. We're through a charge. Okay. Interesting. Through a charge. And it's almost... Okay. Yeah, I never really did that much. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. I know. Did people really do that much? I guess if that's kind of the thing you did, that'd be kind of cool. But I never really thought about summoning an Iron Golem. That'd be kind of cool. Have a separate insight. That could change things up a little bit, because if you did that, you'd have an insight golem. Then you don't have to worry about using an insight mercenary. You could do something else. That's interesting. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing. I never really played around with it. How come you guys have never mentioned this to me? Oh, man. So, I mean... Bug fixes. Man, that's the one thing. I don't know. It's pretty underwhelming to me. Infinity. There you go. It will just definitely change up the farming when you get to that point where you're doing your grinding at. Because I mean, when the terror zone changes to an area that you're really interested in running, because a lot of these be kind of, if it's in Bloodmoor, Den of Evil, I don't really care. I probably wouldn't switch to play that one. Let's see, they got jail. Okay, so they got the keep, which is kind of cool. All right, they don't have, they didn't add the pits. Act 2, the tombs. Talrash's tombs can be kind of crazy for the density in Talrash's is pretty nice. Yeah, Tommy. Let's see. Travancore changes. That's interesting, because you think about it, now the council can drop everything. So that's the council will actually be the named council bosses will be 5 levels higher than your level, up to 99. Yeah, that's interesting. When it jumps to Travancore, we'll be farming the hell out of that. And Mephisto, I don't know if, the idea of Mephisto dropping everything's cool, but I don't know that I'd still farm it that much. The Travancore one would be crazy fun. Um, that of course, River Flame, Chaos. There ain't a whole lot in Act 4. I mean, this is pretty basically every area. Um, so yeah, this expands out to all you pretty much once you hit. Let's see what we're talking about. TC 87. So once you hit 85, all the Terror Zone areas can drop every item in the game. Yeah, Fuzzy. That's another reason not to do my Durance. The Stygian dolls blowing up on you. Yeah, screw that. But I mean, once you hit level 85, all the monsters will be monster level 87. Does that translate 1-to-1? Monster level 87, TC 87 drop. Do y'all know that off the top of your head? I think that's a 1-for-1. Like if it's based off the monster level. So if it's a monster level 87, then I think it could drop every item in the game. Is it a 1-for-1, Vine? Like if it's a monster level 87, then it can drop from TC 87 treasure class, right? It's based off the monster level. So yeah, I know there's some minor exceptions. Yeah, exactly, Can. You can Hort Griffin. Once you hit 85, um, so right here, all monsters are 2 levels higher in the Terror Zone. It's like 85, everything's 87. Normal monster adds everything. Champions are 4 levels, so I think this includes super unique. So like the named Travancore or the named council members are 5 levels higher. So technically, you don't even have to be 85. Um, yeah, the changes the charms as well, Tommy. Yeah. Right, yeah, Fuzzy. I'm looking at it as just as a whole, like everything in this zone. So, I mean, it changes up the farming, but it again, it's going to flood. Um, if you're into the market level stuff, there's going to be way more items available. Doesn't change rune drops. None of that changes. It's going to be the uniques. Like Griffins is going to drop everywhere now. D-Web's going to drop everywhere. Yeah, no, there's nothing except for this Terror Zone thing. That's all that's in PTR. Outside, there's bug fixes, and then I'll leave it alone. This gender pronoun thing kind of as soon as I saw that, I just started laughing. I mean, that I don't know why they feel the need to stick stuff like that in there. Right, Liam. Yeah, 85 is kind of I think is kind of the point you'll kind of look at it. That's I'm just going to leave 85. 85 is in my head is where everything kind of turns around as far as the loot for the terror zones. So yeah, this adds a whole when the terror zone's in Travancore, the barbs will go crazy. That would be pretty insane because you can literally hork every item in there. So yeah, yeah, filthy. This yeah, this definitely missed a mark. And as I was saying earlier, It's because this is easier to do than a loop filter or a currency tab. This is not hard to program. They went the easy route for sure. You could do this. 2 or 3 guys could build this out and have it like up and running and smooth in like less than a week. I think Nocturnal, it's in some of the chat dialogue when you're talking to NPCs or something, maybe. That's the only place I can think of it. No, there's no mention of any of that, Can. So that point with the no new rune words makes me hopeful that there's going to be an addendum to the patches. Because I think they were saying that they were going to have it added at least a couple of new rune words every ladder season. So that's my only hope. So with that, shall we goof on the builds on PTR? I have not looked at any of these, so I'm going to look and see if there's any of these are kind of funny. Captain, I'm hoping that's the case. Because there's no mention of the rune words, I'm thinking maybe there's an addendum to it. But they wanted to test this fairly early. Because as you notice, ladder season hasn't ended. So I'm thinking maybe they wanted to get an early jump on testing this out, maybe, and then potentially be an actual 2. Did they actually say that was 2.5? I didn't notice. Did they actually say if this was... Yeah, they are calling it PTR 2.5. Okay. I'm hoping there's some addendums to that because I think they were saying that they would be adding new rewards every season. So... Alright, so let's look at this here. This is PTR. As you can see, and the way they got it set up, it's like by level. You could test it. I haven't looked at the items. Like this one's going to be... Terror, Hell, Ham. I'm assuming hammered in... I thought they would say where the... They must be rotating the terror zones. Aaron, that's what I'm hoping, man. Alright, so apparently... Okay, so that's kind of cool. So right now the terror zone's Forgotten Tower. So as soon as you log into a game, it'll tell you where the terror zone is. And this changes on the hour. This changes on the hour. So but I don't know if it's at the top of each hour the zone changes. I would assume that's the case. So you kind of got to plan or time your thing around. Like you might only have, like, say it's 3:30 now. So technically, when we'll test it, it should change maybe at 4. So we have about 30 minutes in the tower for the terror zone. Alright, let's look at this guy's gear. Alright, so he's a hammered in, so we got a Hodo and a Shaco, that's cool. And Enigma. Looks like they did this one pretty decent. A Rax, wow. Resists and Lifers. A crappy Geeds. Why only one small charm? Endariel's Fortitude in a Sacred Armor. Holy crap. An Insight? With Hammered... Okay. In a CB, though? That's kind of weird. Alright, so far so good. All right, so far the Hammerden's not bad. From I kind of shied. They were doing this in some of the other streams, so I kind of got away from it because I was like, there are some clowny ones in here. I think it's some of the lower level ones. So is this going to be the same? Okay, so it's got to be done at. I don't think it's going to be like individually. Each person's going to be different. I think it's going to be at least regional, if not global, for where the terror zones are located. No, Jerry, ladder's still up, so maybe this is like a preliminary, and maybe we'll get a little more. That's what I'm hoping. So, same thing, Hodo. Looks like they're... Wouldn't you still want an Enigma? I guess Treachery's okay. Oh, they gave her and a giant thresher too. There you go. They actually got the rune words right. The sacred armor stuff's kind of weird, but I guess it works. All right, that's not bad. I think where it gets kind of stupid was like in the lower level. How far they go down? They go down to 30 and a 60. I'm curious though, is it going to be night? If you go into nightmares, it's still the same terror zone. Yeah, so it doesn't matter what difficulty you're in, the terror zones are going to be the same as well. So that's good to know. They gave him a grief. G-face, duress. I guess that works. You get duress here, but exile here. In a royal shield. Interesting. That's a weird amulet. What the hell is that? Level 27 amulet on an 85. I guess it happens. Laying hands, not bad. That's a crappy ring. A raven. String. He's set up okay. What'd they give the merc? Mist. That's pretty cool. Peace. I don't think I've ever seen that. Well, I didn't realize that's +2 Amazon skills. That would make a little sense. I could kind of see that. Chance to cast a Valk on striking. That's actually an interesting armor. Yeah, that's what I'm curious if. I'm assuming that would still proc on the merc. That's interesting, actually. I never thought about that. And it's cheap. Shale Thol Am. Yeah, Zeki, I remember that. Oh, wait, is it in this one too? In a Valkwing. That's actually kind of a cool little armor. Because the rogue merc does gain the +2 from that Amazon skill level thing. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Is there a Horker? Alright, let's look. Where's the barb at? Zerker. I'm assuming that's the Horker. Alright, so... yeah, so it's... I have a feeling they're going to set this up to at least the zones be the terror zones be regional. It could potentially be global, so that people won't farm on different regions. Like, you would check Euro or Asia to see if the terror zone's different from yours, and if it's a better one, you would switch just to farm on a different terror zone. So let's see what this guy's got. Grief, that's good. Good. What? Okay, well, it's the Scolders. Yeah, that's added fire resist for Trav, I guess. Atma's for the amp. Yeah, okay. The storm shield. Rhyme would make more sense for a Horker. Chances, Raven. Definitely don't want that. It's not horrible. What are these large charms? No torch. Insight, Thresher, G-Face, then a Treachery. I guess that may. I mean, I can see people being in this state with gear pretty easy. I mean, we're not looking at because this is what level is this guy? It's level 85. You could potentially be in this state of gear. Grief's not hard at 85 to get at that point. I mean, it's realistic if nothing else. I mean, but you don't want just realistic on PTR, to be honest. What's up, Stacks? What's going on, dude? But I mean, gear-wise, it's better than what that Amazon had. That's not. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not definitely not optimized because you don't want Ravenfrost if you're Horking. Because you got the cold damage on the Ravenfrost, and you don't want that because you'll get the shatter on the mobs, then you can't Hork them. What's up, David? What's going on, dude? So that's kind of that's not optimal, but it's not horrible. Yeah, you could realistically be in this state of gear pretty easily. As you're leveling, so that's not crazy. It's definitely I wouldn't have set up ladder or a PTR for that for sure. Let's look at one of these weird levels. 58, 86, a meteor orb, wind druid. Then you got level 60s. Kixen. Yeah, I already see she's got a. Why would she not have a spirit? What's up, Luca? For Death's Fathom, David, I found 2 of them on Pendle, and 1 in Chaos Sanctuary. What's up, Gerard? What's going on, dude? I didn't notice mine. This one's level 70. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Where's the other? Okay, so we got towel, belt, helm. Okay. I mean, potentially. This is Why you only got 1 charm? So obviously at 70 you have found no charms yet. And you found a Lilith. You don't have a spirit. Is that same? Oh, this one's level 31. They gambled a rando amulet and put it on. A Manald. And a... Boy, they seriously randomized these rares. What the hell? Silk weaves. What kind of build is this? What is it? Shale pull lum. Stone. Wow. Well, they went all out on this Zerker. Lawbringer. Okay. That's interesting. Is there any stuff I didn't think to check the stashes? Oh, so I gave him a Shaco. Gave her a Shaco. Why would you even bother with the towel stuff? They gave her an Ashutas that she can't use because she's only level 70. Yeah, I would have definitely done this for sure. What's the armor? Enlightenment. What the hell is that? I gotta be honest, I don't think I've ever used that ever. It's plus 2 sword skills, but I mean, why would you use that over Viper? It's plus 3 Ashutas at least. Is there anything in the shed? Did they give us any item characters? They did not. Alright, so this time we don't have any characters with items on them. I meant to check. Let me look at the 95s and see again if they had stuff in their stash. I didn't think to check the stash. No, just potions. Yeah, there's nothing there. It's kind of weird though that they didn't fill out some of those characters with any charms. Yeah, Luca, PTR's up. No. No offline characters. Was it? I thought they did the sets in the first one. Was it? There was two PTRs for the last one. So I mean, I guess potentially. I don't know though. Why did they make this one 86? That's weird. So they gave her a 4-piece towel. So well, no, the other one was 70. She still doesn't have a torch. She's got a Mara, Silks. This one's got a Spirit. SOJ. Okay. So I think you could kind of like put one or two solid class together on PTR. Steel Shade. That's actually not a bad helmet. I've used that one on a Merc before. No, it wasn't Steel Shade. Never mind. It's a different helmet I'm thinking of. Almost same type of graphic. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Was it a Magic Find helmet? Kind of. I'm trying to remember. Steel Skull. Yes. Luca. Yeah. I think the visual's kind of the same on that one. Steel Skull I've used before. This one's, yeah, Vine's got it. Yeah, it's the same icon. This one, I don't ever use that. I don't use that one. They got Ethereal Reapers. So you could kind of piece together a really solid set across a lot of these characters. I'm really curious to see if they changed the Terror Zone at the top of the hour. How much time? We got 13 minutes. Yeah, Luca, that's kind of remember. Yeah, they had the lifesteal on it, which was really good, and then some magic find. The Steel Skulls, this steel, what the hell is this one called? Steel Shade. I've found them. I don't think I've ever picked them up ever. It's got a little fire absorb on it. Wouldn't be worth it. Nah, Liam, it looks like you kind of would have to, like that one had a SOJ. She has a SOJ on her. Is there a level 85? I think that one we looked at. Is there any more barbs? They only do one barb build. One barb here. Yeah, there's only one barb build. One Zerker. We got a Smiter. And see, he's got gear in his stash. Insight. Goblin Toes. Oh, there you go. That's what you need to have on right there. That defensive auras one. Anti-perfect Nagel. This is the amulet you have on your character, but you have already built an exile. G-Face, a Duress. Yeah, you could tweak out like one really good character. Why does this not have a torch either? I think they only put torches on the level 95s. I think the level 95s are the only ones that have torches. What's up, Chico? Yeah, there's going to be a lot more 95s for sure, or 99s for sure on this next ladder season. Yeah, Vine, I don't particularly care for it. I get the idea of being able to do 99s. I think this is a little too broad, if that makes any sense. I don't think this is approach. This is kind of like the declone approach where, you know, the regional declones where like there's 5,000 Annihilus, you know, the first first couple of weeks. But yeah, I mean, I get the idea. I don't think it should be this broad. I don't know how you would scale this down though. Reduce the number of areas? I don't know how you'd scale it. It seems a bit overreaching though. I mean, it definitely, the whole idea of having to do the way you had to do it before with just killing Diablo or Baal over and over and over and over, that definitely sucks. That's mind-numbing. Expanding the areas is probably a good idea, but I think this is a bit much. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's kind of a right idea. Again, I think they've just done it. They've taken it a little too far. I don't know the reason behind having it in normal in Nightmare. That's kind of weird to me. Unless restricting it, I'm looking at it from a programming standpoint. The way you would set the code up, no, because you can make checks in place to check and see if you're in normal or nightmare to limit it to hell. I don't know. I don't know the reasoning behind being in normal nightmare. Uh-oh, Vine's onto something. So, they'll probably fine tune it though. I mean, that's what PTR is for, right? Maybe they'll get some feedback. Oh, there's level 95 Javazon. What's she got? Maybe they'll fine tune it a little bit. Yeah, Vine. Yeah, for sure. The entire zone and River Flame can be, and well, basically all of Act 4. This is what three different areas for the most part. All right, what's she got? They put an Infinity and a Cryptic Axe. That's nice. Andariels, Rowed Andariels. They actually rowed that one. And an Archon Fortitude. Good Merc setup. Wow, look at that. They went all the way with this. They even went Ethereal Titans. Looky, look. And the 194 is not bad. This Javazon's set up. Okay, never mind. Yeah, not bad. Got T-strokes as oh, I forgot to check the. Oh yeah, they got CTAs in here of 5 both CTA. She's got a torch. Where's that fall in? Is there times where a Javazon will switch to Arcane Valor? An insight. I don't. This is. I don't know. I don't know what this is all about. An if and a burr. I don't know what this is all about. What's up, Wimpy? Oh yeah, Vine. Well, I mean, before though, the person that you were trying to get to 99 was just coming in to kill Diablo, and now you could just do 8-player full runs, right? Would that would be so much more XP, wouldn't it? Yeah, where's the job rune at? Why they only give us the 2 of the 3? Ah, that's true, Jerry. You could delete the. I'm assuming that still works the same. You pull these off. You delete the character. Get another burr. Then you'd have to find a flawless and cube up to a jaw. I'm assuming. Why not just put the jaw rune in there? Yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah, it's definitely kind of weird. Seriously though, is there a reason to have an Arcane's Valor here? Is there a Javazon build where you would throw that on? Pretty sure not. I'm just yeah, a budget a budget zone. I think there's still better options though, right? Like treachery or something. That's true. Yeah, Fury's on. Yeah. It's definitely Fury's on. Lightning Fury. They already gave up on the Bolazon. They didn't give us one. Is there a Bolazon in here somewhere? They're like, no, screw that. Bolazons still suck. Yeah, they didn't give us one. So they still think fire's. Well, they didn't get. Did they give us Hydra? They did give us a low-level Hydra. A Hammerden, a Smiter, Javazon, Zerk, a Trapson, a Windy, Summoner Necro. Ooh, let's see what he's got. Alright, 2 minutes till top of the hour. Let's see if the Terrazone switches. Yeah, I'd said that earlier, Aaron. I think the density in Tal Rasha's would make that kind of crazy, right?
Greetings.
Did they give us anything? Why did they put his charms in here? I don't understand some of this. Oh, white? White one on a... On a summoner? The base is pretty crazy with the mastery and this. What? I guess you'd get away with it in a pinch. It's in an unearthed wand. That's kind of crazy. Shaco Bone. I've never used that. What do you gain from this?
Good day.
Does that on striking apply to summoned items or summoned ads? Like if your skellies are hitting stuff, do you get the on striking, or is this literally just your character? That would be crazy, wouldn't it? If your if your summoned ads got the on strike proc, that would be nuts. It'd be kind of fun though. That'd be kind of a fun little build if you could do something like that. Morrow's and SOJ there. Nagel. That one got a 29 Nagel. 2-piece train. Gloves. Yeah.
Greetings.
Well, okay. It's switching at the top of the hour, guys. So top of the hour, the zone's going to switch. See, and now it's lower cuirass. That's kind of lame place. I wouldn't farm that. I would do Forgotten Tower. Countess runs with the tear zones would actually be kind of fun. Yeah, that's kind of weird, Zeki. Send in a bug report. Oh, really, Aaron? That's kind of, yeah, that's kind of interesting. All right, so top of the hour, the lower cuirass is the next zone. So every hour you get a new terror zone, and it runs for the hour. So you can just keep making games and farming those areas. Which again, I kind of get it. There's going to be zones where I wish we could test regions. I'd really like to know if it's regional based or global. It'll add a twist if it's regional based, because then you check the other zones to see what their terror zones they got. Yeah, Liam, they become super duper chests. Case, there's no mention of. It literally just talks about the the monster levels. It didn't say anything about the chests. See, it's base monsters are +2 level, champions are +4, and uniques are +5. I don't. There's no mention of like the chests and stuff. So that would be interesting. Yeah. That'd be an interesting question to have an answer to. Aaron, that would be an interesting one if they came up with something like that. What's up, Harry? It's nothing really that special, dude. We're on PTR now. We get our Terror Zone stuff, but it's not. Again, it's not in my top 10. I mean, I get it. There are a lot of people that the race to 99 is kind of their thing on PTR. I mean, on a ladder. So, but I mean, I think if you look at the overall player base, it's definitely not in the top 3, for sure, of things they wanted to see in this next ladder. But ladder season's not over, and they released PTR already, so maybe we'll get 2 rounds of PTR where they add some new changes in the second one. Don't give them ideas on microtransacting the terror zones, guys. Again, I think you're going to see a flood on items. Is like with the declone changes, we had a flood on Annihilus. I think with this change, because basically once you hit level 85, you have a chance in all the terror zones to getting every item. So, you're gonna, and specifically, it's not gonna affect rune drops, but like that really rares, like the griffins, the D-webs, that sort of thing. There's gonna be a lot more of those on the market a lot quicker. So, I mean, if you're solo self-found, that's actually a good thing, because you can get a lot of these items, like farming areas, like with the barb horking Traven Call. Now once you hit 85, Traven Call could drop every item, so that if you're self-found, that's a plus. Yeah, and Pedigo, it's not what I was wanting, for sure. I mean, I said this Tuesday that they were going to either do the currency tab or they were going to go some random direction that nobody foresaw, and that's what they did. I also said it would probably be kind of underwhelming. If you're leveling 99, yeah, no, none of that stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like probably the top 3 things that we were wanting, either a loot filter or currency tab, or more stash tabs or more character slots. Any of that stuff is not in the list. They literally added terror zones. Aaron, yeah, it's. I mean, it does. Again, especially if you play solo self-found, it ups your chances for finding those rarer items, because places that you would farm, you wouldn't be stuck to like farming just the 85 areas, because the way that the terror zones switch around, there's going to be those areas that you wouldn't normally farm that are going to be able to drop every item in the game. Yeah, Case. That I would agree 100% agree with that, dude. I wanted the quality of life stuff. I didn't necessarily need a different area to farm. Yeah, filthy for sure. I mean, I play that way, but even I break my own rules on occasion with with the random trades or something. I'm not like 100%. I'm like 98. I break my own rules on that on occasion. So yeah, so there's no online mode for that to lock you into that. I mean, it's literally just offline. I was hoping for them to revamp the declone stuff to kind of pull back on the crazy amount of nihilists that are available. I still want them to take the declone stuff back to one SOJ, one game, one annihilist. Yeah, optics, 100%, dude. Even if they didn't make a currency tab, if they just allowed for stackable runes or gems, even that'd have been so much better. But that's I was touching on this earlier. That's actually harder to code than this Terror Zone stuff. This Terror Zone stuff is not actually that hard of a change to make programming wise. You can do this in a few days. You could create this whole Terror Zone thing because if you think about it, you're not necessarily changing anything in the game. You literally adjust the value of the monster levels, which is a value probably in the database, and you add you add a little thing on the monster name tag and some text. That's it. That's literally, if you look at actually what this changes, it's not that hard to program. Well, they did have that giant list of patch notes, which again they've been working on for those entire latter season. Probably 90% of those I'd never even run across. Yeah, Case, that literally, dude. And I know some of you guys are in the IT world, and you probably understand how simple this is actually to implement. you set a cron job up to change the Terror Zone every hour. This is so simple to actually do. This is so simple to actually do. And yeah, they did add a noise, like when you enter the zone or something. Let's see. Where's the Terror Zone at now? Lower Cuirass. Yeah, Aaron. This is so simple, dude. This is not hard. All right, so I think they added a zone. Where's it? Lower Cuirass. Let's go there. See if they. I might have the sound turned down too much. No, there it goes. They add that. There's your dun dun Law and Order dun dun noise. Yeah, optics. I'm leaving that one alone now. We poked fun at that one already. I still think, is it literally just in the interactions with the NPCs where you get that? It's in the chat dialogue with the NPCs and stuff,
Good
right?
day. I've not set foot in glorious Kurast for many years, but I never would have imagined it could be so corrupted. Certainly this must be Mephisto's work. You'd best get going, my friend. Diablo and Baal are still out.
No, it's not that. I feel like this is where
You
the
now speak to
the
Ormus.
pronoun changes would
He was
occur.
once a great mage, but now lives like a rat in a
Wait,
sinking
he said
vessel.
he.
You have questions for Ormus, and doubt in yourself. Ormus sees a strange dichotomy in you,
Oh, they screwed
as
up.
he does in all would-be heroes. Speak to him, and he may grant you wisdom in turn. Or turn from him and seek wisdom in thyself.
But if they did it there, you'd have to change the literal voice acting. So maybe it's not in the chat dialogues, because you would have to do all the voice acting. Where would it be changed then? Hold on. What'd the note say? From string above has heard. Oh, just the player. Just the player. Where would that be? Act 1 maybe? No, there's no way it's these places, because you would have to redo all the voice acting. All the voiceovers would have to be redone.
Welcome, Outlander,
see, like that.
to our glorious hovel. I know you're here to challenge the evil that's driven us from our ancestral home. But know this. Akara may be our spiritual leader, but I command the rogues in battle.
Yeah,
it will take more than just killing a few beasts in the wilderness to earn my trust.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it would be. Skill tree? What are you talking about? I don't know where it would be. Harry, they'll be at the end of the ladder season. They haven't. I think the ladder season ends next week, and I think you have X amount of days from the point the ladder season ends to move stuff onto your non-ladder out of off your characters or whatever. Maybe it's at the beginning. What about if you create a character? Now look, it says he. She. He. So it's not there. Hell if I know. Where's that even come into play? Never mind. That's a tangent. We're going to leave that alone. We're done. Yeah, I know, Aaron. There's just, I don't know. It's weird. See you in Pedigo. Yeah, I don't know. William. Dwarf Star is going to be renamed to Cinematic. Yeah, well, there's no way they'd redo the cinematics for that. No, it's going to be some simple. When they say string changes, so it says pronoun strings. Usually there's a file that's referenced when you're programming where you how do I? Because they got it under localization, and there are files. I don't even know what Diablo's done under. Probably like C# or something. There's reference files where you could just change strings, and that's probably where that happens. But where that's used in the game, I don't know. Case, yeah, I don't know, man, because you're talking about getting like, potentially voiceover stuff. They just wouldn't dump the money in it. So when they say strings, this is going to be in like real minimal areas. I thought it would have been referenced in the dialogue, but that's definitely not the case. Well, it specifically says player. I don't know where the interactions or dialogues take place where that change would be. No, I hear you, Chuck, man. People picked up on that one. Kind of, they noticed that one right away. Here, yeah, not promoting another streamer. Well, I don't care. I was watched. Phil was on a little earlier for maybe not even an hour, and I was waiting for him to hit that line. He's going through the patch notes, and I'd already seen it. I was waiting to see his reaction when he hit that line, and he got this little funny smile on his face, and it's something along the lines of, well, that should bring out some reactions or something. It was kind of funny. I know, Vine. He's killing himself trying to find whatever this clip is. Is this something you recorded, Vine, or something on YouTube? Well, I don't know. If it was on YouTube or something, you'd have found it pretty quick. It's got to be something in your on your computer, right? I know, Case. It is. It's just it's just a weird thing to throw in there. But it is what it is. But they didn't quite go as bad as they normally do. Let's see what they put on a level 30. Oh my God, that's what y'all were talking about. They did it again. They did it again. I thought you were referring back to the last PTR. Oh my God, I thought y'all were talking about last PTR. It's got to be done on purpose. It has to be on purpose. Yeah, it's got to be. Because what was it? It was Cathan's set that they did that. This has got to be a joke. There's no way they didn't do this on purpose. There's no way. Oh my God. What would just be funny though is if you could play with that, like you run around like that. See, it's not in game that way. Is it Cathan's again? Oops. Oop, no, here we go. It's not even Cathan's this time. It's that armor on the stick. Biggins. Oh man, that's funny. They did put Mages on her. I thought y'all were talking about the last time. Why would they put it here? Why would you just not put it in there? No extra items. No. We gotta go back out and look at that. I gotta use that as a thumbnail or something. It's not there now. What the hell? I think the Biggins actually looks better than the Shaco does. As stupid as that looks, that still looks better than the dish rag. Alright, what's 57 have? Oh wait, it was on the 57. Oh man, I wasn't paying attention. Don't see that very often. That's I know you could do that. I just never seen that because it doesn't have any plus. Does it have plus? No, there's no plus skills. Lore, that's pretty. Those two are pretty standard. That's usually in the builds. I'd have kept the Mage Fists. I wouldn't. Maybe if that's all I had. What are they putting on the mercs? Interesting. Myth. Never used that. +2 barb skills though. The frenzy merc can take advantage of the +2 skills. Interesting. Yeah, right. That's the new microtransaction where you get the armor on a stick. What's the other one? There was a 58 paladin. The Y in his armor on the end of his sword. 60 assassin. See what kind of claws she's got. Yeah, Aaron. Yeah.
Good day.
I have to keep that in mind, because I think those are pretty low level. Tux and a strength. I guess it's a stat stick. What's this build? Martial arts build. Okay. Stat stick. Well, like throwing the rares. Only thing I can think of is they're trying to replicate just an average build as you're leveling or doing a playthrough. Because I mean, if you think about it, if it's your first playthrough, this is the kind of crap you'll probably have on your character. Let's be honest.
Day.
That the treachery might even be a stretch. I guess you could get a limb. Not too bad. I mean, I guess technically this could be your build as you're doing a playthrough. Ah, interesting. So as long as you keep the metal grid on, the golem will stay. Okay, that's interesting. Did they spawn one of where's there a character that has the metal grid? Which character has a metal grid? They have to have this set up somewhere, right? Where there's an insight or something. Yeah, Harry. I mean, treachery's. I used treachery for a long time. Yeah, the thing is, you'd have to play with the metal grid on, from what it sounds like. Oh, somebody find him a metal grid? I can see that. I've seen him. I've seen where they're testing that. Somebody would probably feed him a metal grid. Wow, that's a rare drop, though. Who would have found a metal grid already? Oh, is there a one named Llama? There is not. Did they name a character after him? Am I just reading that wrong? There's only one Barb. Zerker Barb. Do I have to... Let me log out and come back in. I bet they updated it for him because he wanted to test it. Because, like I said, Pez Radar was in his chat earlier. That's got to be what it is, right? That's what it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, they added a 9. He was asking for a 98 to see what kind of XP it would be to get to 99. So now we get the where's my characters with the... Oh, was it still... it's not there anymore. They must have fixed it or changed it. I still think that was in there as a goof. They don't have the armor on the stick anymore. I saw somebody say something about that earlier. What the hell's that all about? Why are they goofing like that? This is serious business. Wait. Is this a four? Oops. It's got to be a four, right? Yeah, this is, they made a four. A spirit in a vortex shield. Interesting. They gave him a 5/6. See, that's why he stays nice. What the heck? There's the metal grid. What the hell? Half your stuff becomes unusable. Just put the Shaco on. Do it that way. So, let's put on the Golem charges from Metal Grid. We'll just throw that on the ground. So this is the thing. You can persist through games with this. Wait.
I
Can you
can't
not do it
carry
with that?
anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Oops.
I am overburdened.
I don't have my keybinds. Do I have it on? You can't do rings? I thought you could do rings. Can't do rings? Okay, we just did our so if this were, they're saying this will persist through games, so it should still be there, which I think everybody's tested at this point. This is the case. So now this won't disappear, but if you take your amulet off, it's gone. So you have to keep the metal grid equipped. Yeah, I guess that's a decent trade-off. Otherwise, that'd be kind of OP. Metal Grid's not horrible. So with this, you can have the Insight Golem.
Not here.
Oh, wait. Why did that change off? So now you can have an Insight Golem and then switch this mark to something else. You guys won't leave that alone. So now we got an Insight Golem. You just have to wear a metal grid for this to be a thing. I guess that's kind of cool. I mean, you could play around with it. The metal grid's not horrible. I mean, you get the resist off of it. Some AR, some defense. I mean, it's not the best thing in the world. It's kind of rare, though. I mean, you don't get... Are there... Can you get the Iron Golem charges on a random rare item? Is that something that it can spawn on as a suffix or an affix on a rare? I mean, you can play around and make some interesting builds with this, and then just pair it with a different merc. Since you won't have the, if you don't, I mean, because you don't have to, you could do like Infinity plus. I mean, that would be kind of cool, but that would be expensive as hell, and you don't want to accidentally take your amulet off. That would be an expensive screw up. Dang, Jake, I hear you, dude. That's a nice roll. Y'all are killing me. So, I mean, it has this niche capabilities, I guess, but I probably wouldn't screw around with this unless I just lost just total interest in everything and was wanting to make like stupid stuff. Yeah, Zachy, that's the thing, man. I think those iron golems are pretty strong, though. They're hard to kill. Wish you could look at stats on them. Can you look at stats? Yeah, there's nothing there. Oh, I guess since it's from an item, you're not going to be able to see it. Yeah, if it was an item and switching offhand, that would become a problem. If you had it on, well, if you had it on web, I'm just wondering if it spawns on like charges on like belt or something. I don't know. Take him to the river of flame. See how quick he dies. What armor do I even have on? No, I got Enigma. I could teleport. I got it on that 4. Wish you could see the damage he has. I got that on toggle. That's annoying. They don't have quick cast on. Fight! Merc's probably gonna die. Oh wait, no, he died already. There he's gone. He's gone. Oh well, so much for that. He dead already. Did they give him anything else in here? Must be nice to have. I guess you have to be nice to Blizzard to do this. I gotta be honest, man. I can't be nice to Blizzard. They do too many shitty things. Because, I mean, I was watching Llama earlier when he first was hitting the patch notes, and he was just being so diplomatic about it, which I get. I mean, it gets him stuff like this. I'm just too old to be that diplomatic, I guess. I don't know. I just can't do it. Is there really anything else to look at? This Terror Zone stuff's kind of bleh. I'm definitely not impressed. Yeah, he did. I know he was pretty much. I think everybody kind of ripped him about the Diablo Immortal stuff, though. But I mean, they don't care because they're making money hand over fist. But I mean, I feel like we need a second piece to this 2.5. Doman is literally just this Terror Zone stuff, which it's kind of okay. I mean, it's not what we were looking for at all. once you hit level 85, like all these terror zones can drop just every item in the game. So it's gonna, I think it's gonna up the items. I don't know, Tommy. This is what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to go live with 2.5 like they did with 2.4, so it's probably going to be available for non-ladder as well. Yeah, it's about the 99 race, but I mean I I'd be interested to see how much of the player base is really gunning for that change. Like, sure, there's a group of folks that want to do the fast to 99, but I don't even really care about hitting 99. To me, it's going to be more about, these terror zones going to be more about different farming areas versus that 99 XP race. Because again, like once you hit 85, Travancore is going to be dropping everything. Yeah, Liam, I'm going to check that out. If it goes live, I think I'll probably be checking. Well, no, I don't have a barb on non-ladder. I'd have to wait for season to end, but then I'll test it. But I mean, I think somebody was saying that that the season ends next week. Wait, what? Plus 50 to life skillers? Really? Yeah, I hear you, Luca.
Hello.
Oh, wow, look at this. They're all... What the hell's that all about? See how easily they can manipulate the database figures? That's literally just changing the database. To change the cap on the random roll from 45 to 50. Yeah, but it's supposed to cap at 99. Because if you look at the notes,
Greetings.
see it says up to level 99. Because there are, I was trying to remember where I saw it. There is apparently stuff in the game to where the item level can go over 100, but they cap it so that it doesn't actually occur. So I wonder if this is did they give something away, or is this just unintentional? Let me see if I can find it.
Good to see you.
Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here you go. Right here. This has actually been in the game. See where it's 91 is 41 to 45, 110 is 46 to 50. So they have that. It's been in the game to where the health, the Vita affix could go up to 50. This has been in the game for a long time. Because, yeah, I've seen this in this wiki for forever. This has always been there. See the Vita affix for Grand Charm? It's always been there. Yeah, John, the treasure class scaled with the monster level.
Hello.
So, yeah, it's not just XP gained from the terror zones. The item drops will be up as well. The TCs, that's been verified. I think Pez Radar verified it in Llama's chat that the items drop. The treasure class is scaled with the monsters. No, I mean, there's not really new areas. It's just the old areas with higher monsters in them. I mean, it's like right now, it's Lower Curast. It's like if you go into Lower Curast right now, you get the little thing. Hold on. Where's my toggle for loot? I don't like holding it. I like it to just item label. What's? Oh, I want that. I think that's the right one. I wish they would show item levels. But like where? See, you get a little symbol around the name now. Oh, they got it. He even set the character up to be really close to hitting 99. So we're looking at 3.2 billion out of 3.5. So you'd still have to kill some stuff, but they've
I need a key.
I don't have a key. I swear that they put that in the Grand Charms. I don't think the foe work on these. No. I think I took the gear off this merc. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't have a weapon. I turned his weapon into a an iron golem. Yeah, I wish they show item levels. That'd be so good. Yeah, Boswick, it is what it is. Zeki, you trying to do an Uber clone? Yeah, this is not, I guess for most of the player base, not what we were looking for. I'm going to hold out judgment until Ladder goes live to whether they do a second PTR. Did I miss D-clone? That's funny. Yeah, I hear you, Harry. I mean, it is. It's going to, again, maybe if they do something else, but I feel like if this is the big thing they wanted to test on PTR, and the amount of development time they had to put in to get this up and running, which is not much, there's no way. I'm telling you, a currency tab would be not a huge project. It would be if there's just a couple people working on it. But it would be more extensive than what they did with this Terror Zone thing. This Terror Zone thing is not that hard to implement. So I don't see them putting out anything like stackables or currency tab. That'd be the big ones. Loot filter would be probably more extensive than currency tab. So I think this is the highlight of the PTR changes. So I don't know. I don't know. Can't say that I'm that happy about it, put it that way. Because yeah, let's reset this guy. It's a big old fail, in my opinion. Some people like it. I think some people that do the 99 grind love this. But for the most part, I think most people are like, this it. I can't believe I missed just y'all spawn and declone like that. How many times you got to go in and out of the game? How many SOJs are in this entire group? I think somebody said 4 or 5. So y'all went in and out that much? Well, I guess a few people are doing it. It wasn't that. Probably wouldn't have been that many. Yeah, Boswick. I mean, that's kind of interesting. I didn't even really know about it. That I didn't know that was a thing that people were even doing. Oh, did you, Zeki? You spawned in by yourself? I don't know, Liam. If this is what they thought this was going to do, this ain't it. I'd be curious to see what percentage of the player base actually cares about the 99 grind. I don't. D3 has a ladder? I thought they just did new seasons, but I didn't know they did a ladder. I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, let me look at that. I think I have a couple of extra slots left. All right, we're going back to live real quick. $11.10. Great roll, man. I mean, I would have probably even put the declone reset above this, whatever this is. So I got, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this one's 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I got 3 empty slots right now. I cleared out a few for ladder, thinking I would roll more ladder characters, but I ended up not. So yeah, I got 2 mules on ladder. And this hardcore character was for the Sunday event, so I made a hardcore for that. And I'm going to delete the sorceress and the paladin, I think. What's the levels on my sorc? My sorc is definitely higher, 96. I might keep the other paladin because this one's a 92. And I hit 94 on this paladin, so I'll keep that one and delete this one. So that'll pick me up two more slots. I'll have 5 slots. I did dump a bunch of stuff before ladder season started, though. Interesting, Luca. I mean, guarantee that's going to happen, right? I mean, I guess they could put something in the code saying, you know, if declone, not this zone. They could technically kind of put something in that. I doubt they did it. I don't think it would matter. I guess declone could technically spawn at a higher difficulty. His loot wouldn't change, of course. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, Aaron. Yeah, he would definitely be higher level. I don't. Anybody know what D-Clone's monster level is? Is it based off of where he spawns? Now, people take advantage of that. They try to spawn him in Act 1 and try and get him at an easier difficulty. So he's got to have a standard monster level. It's not based off of the super unique. Was it? He's 110 already? So, yeah, that wouldn't matter then. Or some saying 97. Let's look. D-Clone monster level. Monster level 110. 110. So yeah, it wouldn't matter. Oh wait, that's Uber clone. That wasn't that was Uber, I think it said. Is it the same? It's not the same, is it? Uber Diablo. No, that is him. That is him. Never mind. Right. Yeah, that's what I was at, Zeki. That's the one I was getting it mixed up there. So I'm actually okay on slots. Even though I was still, I'm real stingy on what I keep now, just because of the space it takes, mule wise. Like, I think I've cleaned a lot of these mules out. I dumped a lot of stuff. I gave away a lot of stuff, which I do anyways. But I'm real selective. I'd probably keep more stuff. See, I could probably dump a lot of this crap. Like, I'd only keep, like, I'd keep the ethereal Haws. I kept a Ormus, lightning Ormus, and a fireball Ormus, just in case type of thing. But like this Gladbane and the Valor and the Steel Carapace and stuff, I'd probably dump. Like, the ethereal stuff is kind of cool to hang on to, like this ethereal Gladbane. But the Viper, I'd probably dump as just stuff. Yeah, I'd probably get rid of a lot of this stuff. Ethereal Tracks, I hung on to those just because those are kind of cool. Perfect Viper, I'd probably hang on to that. I'm just a lot more selective, because like that's a 5 volcano helmet, which is kind of cool. If I ever decide to build a fire druid, just having a 5 volcano helmet, it's kind of neat. This is a perfect Shaco. This 141 defense Shaco is actually a perfect one. So that's why I hung on to that. That sort of stuff, I would probably dump and make a lot more room. Zeki, I thought about it, dude. I'm trying to avoid it. I don't. Here's perfect. Here's the thing about that. I honestly don't want to give him any more money. I would rather them put in microtransactions that would be useful, like more stash tabs or even more character slots that stayed on my account, my one account, than buying a whole nother account just to get mules. Yeah, that's true. It's not green, so just buying an account to just expand my mule slots, it just doesn't sit well with me. I would, if they added a microtransaction to add more slots or more tabs, I'd 100% spend, some little bit of money to add some more tabs. I'd rather spend that than buy another account. Yeah, the multi-boxing thing, honestly, that's a different reason to buy another account, and I would understand that more than just another account just to get mules. See what I'm saying? Like, if you wanted to get another account just so you can multi-box and rush yourself and do all that kind of stuff, that makes more sense to me to get another account than just to do it to have mule slots. Did I say that, Tomac? I don't think I said that. I said I would think about it. No, I didn't. I don't think it's. I don't remember. I don't know what I said. I kind of remember that conversation. I think I said it wouldn't be that hard to do. No, I said if I had a green dish rag, I would put it on. I think that's what I said. No, I think you're I think you forget. I think I said if I had a green dish rag, I'd just put it over my head, because we all know that's what that looks like. But like, yeah, just as get another account just to add mule slots. That's I don't know. I don't. That doesn't sit. That doesn't sit with me. But I did dump a lot of mules just to make room. See, like, I have all this random stuff. Like, I keep, like, superiors for bases. Like, this crystal sword I would dump. Superior. See, I don't mind keeping that kind of stuff. But even in this case, you run out of... Like, I don't need that. I don't know why I have that there. This is Ethereal Great Poleaxe. That's kind of rare, so you hang on to that. Here's another Ethereal Great Poleaxe. I didn't realize I had this GMB either. I'll probably make a faith on non-ladder. Bob, what's up, dude? So, I mean, I don't know. Disappointing, for sure. Bob, I think everybody for the most part. There's some people that find it a little, I mean, I do. I find it kind of interesting. It's just not anywhere near what we were expecting, so it's kind of eh. Because, I mean, it's not like I plan on grinding to 99, so I don't care about the XP part of it, but some people do, so... I mean, that'll change up that dynamic for that part of the gaming community that wants to do the 99 grind on ladder. I don't really care. To me, it's more the idea of being able, if the Terror Zone spawns in Traven Call, to being able to hork a Griffin or something there. That makes it interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Bob. Yeah, I mean, it depends on where the Terror Zone drops, right? Like, it just, on PTR, it just went to Laura Curast. I'm not farming Laura Curast. It's just not going to happen. But if it spawned in Travancore, I'd be all over it. Or Chaos, or maybe some of the other areas. I'd probably farm those. But, again, it would be interesting to me if it was regional based and you could hop to other regions to see if they got a different terror zone. That would make it a little interesting. Yeah, Zeki, and if you were running, if you're playing hardcore and it pops like that. What's up, Bob? Other Bob? Bob Ballard? Y'all came in about the same time. Yeah, Aaron, I mean, I'm with you on that. The loot filter thing was kind of important to me. I would have put it second. I would have put currency tab or stackables first, and then loot filter second for me. Boswick, that's what it's looking like, dude. It's going to be at the top of the hour. It switches. So we tested that. We watched that on PTR. We watched it switch from the where was it? It was in the keep, which was kind of cool. Countess runs would become interesting, and it switched to Lower Cuirass at the top of the hour. So I think it's at least regional. It could very well be a global thing, so that like all the regions will have the same terror zones. But just the way their stuff's structured, I feel like it's going to be regional. Then if it's every region, we won't know. If every region spawns the same terror zone, we won't know if it's on a like a set list. Now people will be able to track that at some point if it wasn't completely randomized. Yeah, and you can opt out of the terror zones. You can imagine though if you were in a boss fight and the terror zone switched. I wonder if the boss would immediately switch. That could be bad in hardcore. I don't know if it's a toggle. Did they say you could opt out of it? Oops. I thought they did. I'm playing blah blah blah. Max expand in addition. I thought there was somewhere where it says you could opt out of the terror zones. Or does it just mean that you don't have to go into them? Okay, it'll inform you before it actually switches at least. Okay, so you won't get surprised by it switching. You'll get a notification that it's about to switch. Yeah, I don't see where you could opt out of terror zones. Did I just pass over it? It's no. Yeah, I don't see where you can opt out. Oh, it's in the game creation. Is it in PTR that way? They'd have to put that in there to test it. Yeah, Bob, that makes sense. Let's see. Is it on this screen? Or is it in options? What is this? Or is it in the create game here? Okay. It's in this one. Well, what about if you hit this? Oh, it's going to be here. Yeah. I don't see Terror Zone here. Is this new? Has this always been here? I've never paid attention to that little toggle down there. Yeah, there it is right here. I have never paid attention to that. I never paid attention to that little toggle thing down there. So you can toggle it on and off, which is fine. I mean, there's some purists that won't want to deal with this Terror Zone thing, so they'll just toggle it off, that'll make them happy. I have never noticed that little thing there. What's this item drop spacing? I kind of remember this when D2R dropped. I don't remember the specifics of that item drop stuff. I kind of remember them talking about that when D2R came out. But I don't remember the specifics of it. I don't know. I should put a poll out. But I already feel like I know what the results are going to be. The one thing I will say is if it does spawn in Travancore, that's going to be an interesting one. I would go live just to do that. Yeah, Bob, it'll just be a one-sided poll, dude. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Again, I mean, there were people, including Llama was one of them, that was asking about changing the 99 grind. This is their answer to it, which, I mean, it's not horrible. I think it might be a little... I think there's going to be some unintended consequences to this that people are not going to realize. It's going to be like the Annihilus declone thing, where the Annihilus just flooded the market. It's going to be the same thing with uniques, to be honest. Yeah, Liam, that would actually be kind of cool. Is it? It's switched. Did we? I need to see what it's switched to. That's the thing. If it's randomized, it's gonna be. There's gonna be a bunch of zones. Yeah, Bob. The count. It was on Black Tower, the first one we looked at, which was kind of cool. Then it switched to Laura Cuirass, which is kind of meh. But now it's going to be, where's it going to be now? It switched at 5 o'clock.
Good day.
It is now Stony Tomb. Where was Stony Tomb? Is that the one out in Act 2? That's Stony Tomb, right? Act 2? What the hell? What the crap? Is this the low-level guy? 50, oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's actually one of the new 85 areas that there were at least a few people farming this one. I don't remember if it was foe friendly though. I don't think it was because it had the lightning beetles in it, and I think those. Yeah, that was one. This is not. It's not a foe friendly farming area for sure. So I guess depending on where the terror zone even spawns in, you may maybe even have to have multiple characters to do it. Because Stony Tombs is a decent farm area. I ran it a little bit at the early part of the season, and there are a lot of it's fire friendly. That's the one that was fire friendly. making all my hotkeys are all different on PTR. See, so now you got the beetles spawning here. So these are all they're not friendly for a foe. The density for sure in Tal Rasha's is going to be kind of nice. That might be a decent. Wow, really? I didn't notice that. So, Tal Rasha's. Let's think about this. Let's look at the list. Where's going to be the hot spots? I think. Cows is going to be crazy. Can you imagine cows being able to drop every item? When the cows get the tear zone, that's going to be so nuts. That's going to kick up a lot of people. I mean, if you think about it, you know, because cows, the density is decent, but there were certain items that wouldn't drop here. So now you get cows with all item drops. That's insane. That's almost worth running a Fury Zone again to do cows when the tear zone pops. So we'll definitely be testing this if this becomes accessible in non-ladder, because I already got my Zon built up for that. The tower would be, the Countess runs would be kind of cool. I'd be interested in doing tear zone Countess runs. That might actually be kind of neat. They did not add the pit. I probably wouldn't do jail. I wouldn't do that. Did this? I'm assuming. Where's Andariel considered? Cathedral? I think this is Andariel. So you could do Andy runs. Act 2. Tal Rasha's Arcane Sanctuary would. No, I wouldn't do Arcane Sanctuary. I was thinking runes. It doesn't affect rune drops, so that wouldn't matter. Tal Rasha's would be interesting because there's a ton. The density in Tal Rasha's can get kind of crazy. Wouldn't do Palace. Definitely wouldn't do that. Stony Tomb, potentially, depending on the character you're playing, wouldn't be too bad. Catacombs is Andy? Okay, yeah. So Act 2 would, Tal Rasha's actually with the density there would not be a bad farming spot. That would actually be pretty cool. Act 3, I've never been a fan of the Spider Cavern stuff. Definitely wouldn't do the Flare stuff. Flora Cuirass, no. Because I think it's just monster level, so the chest stuff wouldn't change. Yeah, none of that. No. Travancore. I don't think that I'd run Durance. The chance of hitting level 99 Stygians, yeah, I don't know about that. But Travancore would be a crazy interesting to do. I'd probably only do Chaos. There's a lot of people that farm River. I've never been a fan of running River or any of that stuff. But I would run Chaos Terror. That would be crazy. I'm assuming that means that that means that Diablo can drop every item. That would actually turn up the drops as well. Yeah, Liam, that would be pain, dude. Y'all talking about Foothills? You think that'd be a decent run? I don't know about that. Maybe. This would turn Eldritch and Shank into dropping every item. Yeah, that would Foothills would be Shank or Eldritch. I always get them backwards. So depending on which ones pop, you could do those quick farms, and they would drop every item in the game. No. Nah, I wouldn't do those. Whirlstone Keep. Potential. And then Bale already 99, so nothing changes there. But his, I think... No, well, these were already 85. The difficulty would amp up a little bit. And you could already get all the drops there. So the item drops wouldn't change. Level 99 Pendles. Is he actually on here? He doesn't fall on under any of these, does he? What's his area called when you zone in there? I never paid attention to that. What's his area called? Is it Nilithok's Temple? Because I got the halls listed separately. I wonder if they even got the portal open. I bet they don't have the portal open. No, it's there. Okay, so yeah, that would fall under here. Okay, so this... Okay, alright, yeah. So they got all 3 halls listed, which Nilithok's in the last one, and then Pendle's area is here. Okay. So now Pendle drops everything. You know, Pendle forever could not drop, what is it, Arax and Tyraels, right? Am I missing any? I think it's Arax and Tyraels, only 2? Or is it 3 items he couldn't drop? So now Pendle falls into the drops everything. So that changes. Boy, the bots are going to love that. Oh man, they better work something into this to keep the bots to a limit. That's true, Aaron. You could go in and hit as many of those bodies before they rise up. This changes the farming dynamic a pretty good bit, if nothing else. It's still not what we were asked for, but I mean, I could see it mixing things up as far as the farming dynamics. Because again, once you hit 85, yeah, once you hit 85, it's on. You can technically go in and hork all those and run and run out, and not even have to kill anything. Just reset the game. Man. Yeah, Thresh Socket's a little more of a pain to get to. I mean, not horrible, but I mean, you could farm Eldritch or Shank, and you could just get there so quick and out. And now that they would drop everything once you hit every 85. Yeah, we'll see. If nothing else, it mixes up the farming dynamic a decent bit. But yeah, Mike, I don't know if there's a way for them. See, I always wondered how the bots spun up. Are they just buying so many extra accounts? Because eventually they get banned. I'm assuming they just have to buy another account. Because like the thing with the hackers and stuff in like Warzone was the fact that it was free to play, so it was easy for them to spin up new accounts. At least with Diablo 2, you have to buy another account if you get banned. But I guess the money's good enough to where they can do that. Yeah, think about that, Liam. I mean, you could do that pretty quick and even leave the game and not even have to kill anything and reset. I need for them to put the damn Terror Zone in somewhere interesting. I guess we're getting kind of a real life effect of the Terror Zones because, you know, right now we've spawned so far since I've noticed it, since I've been on, they've spawned Stony Tomb, Lower Curast, and the Keep. So those have been the 3 that have spawned so far. And out of those, the Keep, I would have probably done the Keep. And depending on the character I had, I would do Stony Tomb. Well, the FCR for casting Hork is actually kind of nice. If you've never noticed that, I was doing that in Chaos with my Barb. I wasn't doing the weapon swap and casting Hork with the dual whiz spikes. Dude, you do it so quick. I mean, you have a whole stack of bodies, and you could pop all of them in like just a couple seconds. It's really noticeable when you're horking with the faster FCR. Yeah, the run walk. There's some people that do weapon switches just to do the run walk. It's kind of funny. If you're doing Pendle, like if you're doing Eldritch or Shank, the walk to the
Not here.
Oops. The walk to the waypoint's pretty short. Yeah, Mike, and you've felt that as well. The horking with the fast or with the higher FCR is crazy. Yeah, Barbs get the faster run walk too. So I'm noticing that now when I'm playing the Barb, switching between characters, the Barb is just so much faster, just running in general. It just says, oh, because yeah, it didn't give me the notification until I was in Stony Tombs. Let's see. Doman, you could probably do almost all of them, dude. Horking with the dual whiz spikes, like I was saying, man, they were popping so quick. Yeah, I'm not getting it for Rocket Waste. Yeah, I was only getting that notification once I entered Stony Tombs. That's kind of weird. Of course, that's what PTR's for, right? If there's bugs. Yeah, see? I'm only getting... It actually says it up here. What's this Terrorized 96? What's that mean? I thought I logged out. Why does he not have his weapons? What's that mean? Because what's the level? This character's 98. So what's this 96 mean? I don't know what that means. No, it should be 2 higher than your character level with a max of 99. So these should all be 99. Did you get a shake already, Stacks? Well, no, that shouldn't be the case. The base level should be 2 higher than your character level, up with a max of 99. Was I reading that wrong? Oh, okay. There's a cap on each one. Okay, each one. Got it. There's a cap of 96 here, cap of 98 here, cap of 99. Okay. Makes sense. I thought that it was just the 245 with just 99 being the cap. Yep. But even at 96, yeah, I mean, 87's the treasure class, so I mean, once you hit the 87 mark, everything's going to drop. Of course, this was an 85 area, anyways. So, well, let me think now, because it was a monster level 85 area, which meant the normal mobs couldn't drop everything. The boss and champ packs could. Now, just everything can drop everything. So if you're like level 90, then it's +2. So the monsters would be 92. So once you're 85, the monsters are 87, the regular base monsters. So that's when every monster can drop every item once you hit 85 for the terror zones. That's pretty significant. I think we're just going to see a flood of stuff that I think there's going to be some minor side effects that they're not accounting for, just like the Annihilus thing. So yeah, I mean it's interesting. I still wouldn't put it anywhere near top of my list of changes I wanted to see, but should provide feedback. Alright, I might fill that thing out. Alright, let's do this real quick. Were you able to play test? Yes. I wonder if it'll give me a comment section. How fun with the terror zones? How do you even judge that? I mean, they were the same as before except higher. I don't think they really added fun. Yeah, Adam, the rune words are, the newer rune words are on ladder right now. Moderately? Yeah, I'm gonna put slightly, man. I don't even think, honestly, what do you like most about the terror zones? I don't know how to answer that. It is optional. What do you like most? More loots. Ground shaking. What do you dislike about the terror zones? Some zones still suck. I did hell. I did the paladin. Do you have any feedback on the classes you played during PTR? More armor on sticks. How challenging were the terror zones? I didn't feel any harder. My Merc was killing stuff in there, and he didn't even have a weapon. Yeah, I don't think it's any more difficult. How probably was a level challenge? Too easy. Reward. How do the rewards compare? I mean, the XP was better. Loot, I don't know enough. About the same. Let's make them turn the loot up. Rewards for terror worth the challenge. Let's just go in the middle. Clear, clear. Do you... Oh, they're making it specific. Additional thoughts on the labeling and the announcements. Terror zones. Nah, I don't care. That was all fine. Deleted them. That's fine. Do you have any additional thoughts about how long the terror zones? I want to ask them questions. Were there any that stood out positive? Well, we only looked at the one for 3 so far. I'll probably redo this again once I do it a little more. Specific stood out. Yeah. I played each of the following Diablo games. 0, over, never played it, uninstalled after an hour. I still play. I used to play, and I used to play. No, I've never played D1, I know. I've been promising to play that on stream, I just hadn't done it yet. Any final thoughts about PTR? The lack of QOL changes is... how should I say this? I'm trying not to cuss. Shut up, Stacks. I've never played. I'm sorry. I've never played. I keep saying I'm gonna play it, but I just haven't done it yet. Maybe we'll do it when ladder season ends. We'll do that. When ladder season ends, we'll do a day where I play D1. Very disappointing. The Terror Zones edition is very lackluster. Please do better. We'll do this. We'll do D1. Did they say what day the season's ending? Yeah, no, I plan on playing it at least once. They will do it when the season ends. I was trying to remember. I was playing something else before Diablo that was just I was playing StarCraft. I was hard StarCraft up until the time that D2 dropped. So that was kind of my shtick back then. I mean, I was going hard in StarCraft. D2 grabbed me, and I stuck with that for years. But, yeah, Tommy, that reminds me. That reminds me. We need to do... an announcement for that. Alright, special birthday stream for community member. I'm not going to put his name in it. Tomorrow, Friday, what was it, 26th? 26th of August at 3 p.m. Community runs and possible giveaways. Thanks for reminding me. I needed to make a post about that. Okay, there we go. Put out a community post about that. Yeah, Bobbio, I kind of given up on that anyways. I'm sorry, man. Llama is probably way better at being diplomatic than I am. That's why they, you know, they love him. I call it like it is for me personally. I think it's not that great of a change. I don't really care for what you're saying there, Nocturnal. Yeah, Adam, I did have a lot. I dumped it before ladder though. Alright, I'm gonna do a few, let's do a few Traveling Call runs just for the hell of it, right before we eat some dinner. That was, I was surprised that it came out today. I was fully expecting them to do the whole, you know, surely next week type of thing, and that's when we found out about it. But, so I was surprised that the PTR stuff dropped today. What they put out for it though, not what I personally was looking for. So I mean, yeah, it is what it is, right? Alright, so just for the hell of it, we're going to see if we get us... I was fully expecting to go live today and put in the stream. It's going to rain. We're going to rain high runes today just to mix up the title, see if we get some luck. But
Good day.
yeah, then that disappointing PTR information came out. So here we are. But we are doing a special stream tomorrow. For those that don't know Tong, he asked me to do a birthday stream for him, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I don't have any plans for Friday afternoon, so we're gonna do a stream tomorrow. He wanted to do like some community runs, like just get a groups of people together or just do some runs on ladder. So we'll probably do that. If we find anything, we maybe do some giveaways, that sort of thing. So tomorrow we'll be doing that. And see how it goes. I'm going to be horking for sure. Liam, I'm curious to see how he approaches it. I kind of knew what direction Llama was going to go. Honestly, I was kind of disappointed that he did try and play it up like it's like a wonderful thing. But I'm not, honestly not surprised. Let's be honest. I'm not surprised that he was... Well, I mean, you could kind of say he was shilling for it. I mean, he's always been like that, though. Like, any of the the stuff D2R does, he rarely goes hard against it. I mean, he will a little bit, but for the most part, he doesn't push back that hard against it. And again, I think it's just wanting to stay in the good graces of getting that early info and stuff. I think he does get some little heads up on changes that are going to be coming out.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, Bob. I was watching his stream early on when it first dropped, and he was complaining about not having a level 98 to see how the leveling to 99 goes, and they gave it to him. So, yeah. There's that. Because that Pez Radar was in his chat. He was asking him stuff directly. That's where they confirmed that the TC scales with the monster levels. So that was confirmed in his chat that the monster drops would be increased. I didn't see GGM on. Because I was bouncing through. How early was it, or was it later maybe that Ginger was on? Maybe that's what it was. These dudes are annoying. Just die. I think one's a boss. There he is. How'd GGM take it? Because I watched some other dude, I forget his name, Zeger, or I think it was Zeger. And he was laying some cussing out on it. He wasn't exactly stun locked by this change. I thought Llama was for loot filters. I know Dabrowski was for sure. Tommy, that's what's his Ginger Gaming Mentor or something like that. He's pretty cool. I like him. There's not that many I watch. I was only watching Llama just to see what kind of reaction he would have to the changes, because it was after I had read the notes and I was not happy. So I was curious to see what his take would be, and then of course he went along with it pretty. He acted like, "Oh, this is really cool," and I was like, "Is it though? Is it really cool?" I would definitely wouldn't classify it as really cool, like a great thing. Definitely where I wouldn't have taken it. I've just, it's okay. I'm withholding judgment. I hear you, Bob. Cloud, they added a new leveling feature, these terror zones. It's nothing that it's not new content. They just basically up the monster level based off the character level in these zones once an hour, every hour. So that's basically it. Yeah, Adam. Well, that was my thought. I thought for sure they'd go the quality of life issue, and the fact that I mean they added this again. This is like nowhere near the top of my list of changes. I mean, I know there was people asking for better XP leveling areas for the 99 grind, which I get. I mean, I understand that because it does suck to only be able to do Bale or Diablo runs. But I would not have put that anywhere near the top of my list. It will definitely change up the farming dynamic. I mean, because some of the terror zones will be way cool. Other ones will be like, who cares? I'm not farming Mausoleum just because it's a terror zone. But, you know, if it's like Travancore or some of the other areas we talked about, those are going to be like some super fun farming areas for at least that hour. And again, I'm going to be way curious to find out if they're regional or global, because then you could hop on to different regions for different terror zones. That would make it kind of interesting, even though, you know, I'd be dealing with latency issues. But yeah, Cloud, that's it. Literally, that's it. Ah, Mike, maybe so. Yeah, I mean, it does mix up. Well, there's going to be a lot of times where you just the zone's going to be somewhere you don't give a crap about. So
Good day.
yeah, for sure, Adam. It does have, again, there's little side effects like that they don't take into account. But the cow games are explode when when the terror zones are in the cow games, right? Or in the cow zone. Man, that add a whole new level to the cow game spawning when that's the terror zone. People will be there's going to be some website's going to spin up that announces the terror zones that you could get notifications from. I guarantee you a site's going to spin up like that. Or you're gonna be able to like customize it, like for you want notifications if you know the terror zone is cows or Travancore. There's gonna be something along those lines. Somebody's gonna put up a site.
Can't carry anymore.
Terror zone tracker. Yeah, right. I am really curious to see how it affects the loot, man. I am serious. Bob, we couldn't find anything except monster changes, so I don't know if like the lower cuirass would be a thing. Well, Adam, if you like set it up to where you could get like some sort of notification, like notify me if it falls in these zones, I could see something like that spinning up. Because missing a terror zone when it's in the cows, that's actually a pretty big deal. Again, some of those other areas, you don't really care about Mausoleum being a terror zone, but cows, yeah, that actually, that'd be one to look out for. I'd be all over it if it spawned in Travancore. I don't know. I mean, it depends on how you're like a Fury Zon or a Lightning Zon in cows. You're going to get quite a few games in before that hour's up. There's some people that could really take advantage of that. Because there's a lot of people that farm way faster than I do. So I can see that. Almost missed the Monarch. I can see that being there's somebody that does that. Oh yeah, Tommy, but that doesn't keep people from doing that. Let's be honest, man. People always find a way around. There's 100%. All right, y'all remember I said it. I won't do it. I'm not going to spin up any kind of website to track all that, but somebody will. Somebody will build a site that'll do it. 100%. Whether people take advantage of it or not, that's to be said, but somebody will try and spin up a site that'll track that. Stop running. Actually, though, how would they? Because there's no I don't think there's any kind of API access to D2R.
I can't carry anymore.
I'm trying to figure out how. There's got to. Somebody will figure out a way to get access to where they'll get the notification. 100%. Alright, I'm going to do a couple more runs, then we'll call it for the day. Y'all go fill out that survey thing. And again, don't forget, tomorrow will be a special run. We'll be doing some community farming tomorrow. Yeah, Liam, it might be just a manual thing, but I bet there's a way. You could probably build a script that can check it. Somebody will figure out a way to do it, so it's not they don't have to manually do it. You could probably write some sort of script that can log in and check what it is. Where's he at?
I can't carry anymore.
Merc took care of him.
I can't carry anymore.
Stop shooting crap at me. Bunch of yellow.
I am overburdened.
I don't see anything else. No. No, you can do it. I mean, I guess technically you might be able to do something, or you might write something that might violate, but I don't think it'd be that difficult to set up a script to do that. I'm sorry, Tommy. I get you though. All right, let's do last run. Oh, I am sad. I was expecting so much more today. IR disappoint. All right, last run. Tomac, that sounds good, dude. Some pork chops would be good.
I can't carry anymore.
Anybody know what? You guys know what katsudon is? It's a pork cutlet meal that Japanese do. We used to eat it a lot last time we went to Okinawa.
Can't carry anymore.
And my wife learned how to make it. Son, let me tell you. That's some good stuff right there. Bob, I might be dipping my toes into the Overwatch 2 thing. Just maybe just to mix it up. So I don't know how this is going to go. I've always been well, they kind of half-assed Overwatch 2 though. But I might still be playing it. I don't know yet.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, so I mean, again, we'll see how it plays out. I'm more afraid that it's just going to make things a lot less rare. We'll see. You know, maybe the drop rates, even though you're playing into the higher level areas, you know, the drop rates are still not going to change. Your probabilities are staying the same. You're just going to have more areas to farm, basically, for the TC-87 stuff. But, you know, having Travancore to where it drops everything, that'd make things interesting for sure.
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
I said that last run was the last run was last run, didn't I? All right, this is definitely the last one. Oh, there we go. High-low rune. We got the L. And check that. Garbage. Garbage. But I mean, you could just about cube every charm now, though. Once you get above 85, all your charms in the tear zone is going to be cubable for the highest results. So you don't have to try and get the Needletop Bale or Diablo charms either. So there's that as well. So there's all kind of little things. Yeah, David, dude, man, katsudon is so good. It's a fried. This is how we normally eat it. It's a fried pork cutlet over rice, some sauteed or some grilled onion, and then you put a egg over it. Ah, so good. Yeah, Bob, that's what I'm thinking. The good zones will pop when you're not awake. Kotz donuts. Oh man, just thinking about it's making my stomach growl. But I'm not that picky. I'll eat anything. But let me tell you, because I don't know where she got the recipe. She probably just found it online. But when we were in, last time we went to Okinawa was 2016. I think it was 2016 last time we went. And dude, it was like katsudon or what were the noodles we ate all the time? I don't remember what it's called now. Soba. Sokisoba. Man. That's some good stuff. That's all we ate, seemed like. Bob, I don't think they're going to do that, dude. Yeah, it just soba just blanked. It just completely lost it. I can do Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, Bob, there's going to be a lot of over half the zones are just going to be worthless. Oh, probably 60% of the zones are just going to be no bueno. Just not going to do them. Yeah, y'all making me hungry. All right, guys, I'm going to call it here. Again, special runs tomorrow. We're going to do the Tong wants to do his birthday thing. I'm assuming he won't forget. Otherwise, we'll just do runs without him. But we're going to do, he wants to do some community runs. We'll just get people together and we'll just run different areas, Magic Find a little bit. Sunday, and I'll put a post out on that. Sunday is going to be, I think we're going to do the Rando Wheel Ironmans, level 9 Ironmans on hardcore. I think that'll be interesting. But yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for hanging out and hearing me bitch about the PTR. I'll catch you guys later. Yeah, me too, David.